You're listening to 8158 Stories of Sacrifice, where we honor the bravery of the first responders and the families who stand behind them. Real people, real stories, real heroes. This is 8158.
Some places carry a kind of invisible map, not of streets and freeways, but of loss. Sacramento County is one of those places. Between 2014 and 2019, 4 peace officers were killed in separate incidents there. Different days, different calls, different suspects, but the same shared ground. The same radios, the same community. Deputy Danny Oliver. Deputy Robert Bobby French, Deputy Mark Stasyuk, Officer Tara O'Sullivan. 4 names carved into the memory of Sacramento law enforcement. 4 stories that together tell us something about courage, danger, and the weight of the badge in one California county. This episode is not about the killers. It's about the people who showed up again and again until the day they couldn't go home. On the morning of October 24, 2014, Deputy Danny P. Oliver, 47, was working a problem-oriented policing detail in Sacramento's North Division. He was known as the kind of deputy who knew his neighborhoods, not just the addresses, but the people. Shortly after 10:26 a.m., he and his partner pulled into the parking lot of a Motel 6 on Arden Way to check out a suspicious vehicle, a white sedan with out-of-state plates. This is the kind of call that happens every single day. Quiet, routine, something that rarely makes the news. Danny approached the car on the driver's side. His partner came up on the passenger side. Inside, a man and a woman. According to investigators and later court testimony, when Oliver got within a few feet, the driver suddenly raised a handgun and fired through the window, hitting Danny in the head. There was no warning, no argument, no chance to react. He went down in that parking lot, in daylight, in uniform, doing what peace officers do every single shift, walking toward the unknown. The shooter and his wife fled, launching what would become a day-long crime spree across 2 counties. They carjacked multiple vehicles, shot at civilians, and eventually ambushed another officer, Placer County Detective Michael Davis Jr., who was killed north of Sacramento during the manhunt. 2 deputies from 2 agencies murdered on the same day by the same man. But for Sacramento County, the story begins in that parking lot. Danny had been with the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office for 15 years. He was a husband, a father, and a deputy people describe as steady and kind. The one who would talk to business owners, check in on regulars, and treat people with respect, whether he was arresting them or just saying hello. His work on the POP unit wasn't just about statistics. It was about cleaning up chronic problems, drug houses, violent hotspots, places everybody knew were trouble, and trying to make them livable again. At his funeral, you could see what that meant. The chapel was packed. Deputies in tan and green, officers from agencies all over the state, civilians who only knew him as that deputy that always waved. A photo from those days shows Danny's portrait surrounded by flowers at the sheriff's office, a simple, quiet image of a department grieving one of its own. The suspect later stood in court and bragged about wanting to kill more officers. That's part of the record now, but that's not the part that matters here. What matters is this. Danny walked up to a suspicious car in a motel parking lot because that's what the job demanded. He never hesitated. He never knew that this would be the last time he stepped out of his patrol car. In Sacramento County, when people talk about the start of this hard stretch, this 5-year run of heartbreak, they often start with him. Deputy Danny P. Oliver, end of watch, October 24th, 2014. Three years later, Sacramento County would stand at attention again. It was August 30th, 2017. Around 10:30 a.m., deputies and CHP officers were at the Ramada Inn on Auburn Boulevard near Fulton Avenue, working an auto theft investigation tied to a stolen vehicle ring. Inside the hotel, two CHP officers had already gone to a room connected to the case. The suspect inside opened fire through the door, hitting both troopers. As backup swarmed the area, Deputy Robert Bobby French, 52, arrived outside as part of a containment and arrest effort. The shooter moved to a balcony and fired from an elevated position, hitting French as he took cover behind his vehicle. In the chaos of gunfire, shattered glass, and sirens, Bobby was mortally wounded. He died on the way to the hospital. The two CHP officers, who were also shot that day, survived. Bobby had been a deputy for 21 years. He was a North Division patrol deputy, the kind of cop who liked being out in the field more than sitting behind a desk. His kids later described him as a devoted street cop who loved country music and the Dallas Cowboys, a man with a big presence and a dry sense of humor. There's a detail his family shared that hits hard. He was killed exactly 10 years to the day that his parents died in a plane crash. On that anniversary, already heavy with grief, Bobby put his uniform on and went to work anyway. That's what you do when this job is a calling, not just a paycheck. The Sacramento Deputy Sheriff's Association describes that day as a barrage of radio traffic, officers racing in from every direction, the kind of unfolding event where time distorts, minutes feel like hours, hours feel like a blink. When the shooting finally ended, there was a stillness over Auburn Boulevard that didn't quite match the traffic. Patrol cars lined with black bands over badges. Crime scene tape flapping in a hot breeze. Reporters at the perimeter. For the men and women in tan and green, this wasn't just another crime scene. It was another funeral. At his memorial, Bobby's 3 children talked about a dad who loved his job, but loved them more. A man who could go from tactical training one day to joking about music or sports the next. He wasn't just a deputy. He was a father, a friend, and part of the glue that holds a patrol team together. Deputy Robert Bobby Allen French, end of watch, August 30th, 2017. By September 2018, Sacramento County was still healing, and then another call came in. It was Monday, September 17th, 2018, just after 1:30 p.m. Deputy Mark B. Stasyuk, 27 years old, and his partner, Deputy Julie Robertson, were patrolling in the city of Rancho Cordova, a contract city policed by the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. They were sent to a disturbance at a Pep Boys auto parts store near Folsom Boulevard and McGregor Drive. The initial information gave no indication the suspect was armed. This was supposed to be one of those handle the problem, calm things down type of calls. But as soon as they arrived, everything changed. According to the sheriff's office and later court records, the suspect immediately opened fire on the 2 deputies. They hadn't even had time to fully establish a contact cover position when bullets started flying. Both Mark and Julie returned fire while trying to move and communicate, but they were caught in an ambush they didn't know they were walking into. Deputy Stasyuk was hit in the upper body. He received emergency care on scene and was rushed to the hospital, but did not survive. Deputy Robertson was shot in the arm, but she continued to return fire even while wounded, her actions likely preventing more injuries or deaths. A bystander who was also wounded in the gunfire survived. Mark had been with the sheriff's office for about 4 years. He was the son of immigrants from Russia, fluent in Russian, and often used his language skills in the field to help bridge gaps and de-escalate situations with people who might otherwise struggle to communicate. Co-workers describe him as quietly driven, the kind of deputy who didn't seek the spotlight, but took pride in doing the job well. He had a reputation for being squared away, reliable, and fully invested in patrol work. His death hit the department hard. Another young deputy, another sudden call, another procession of tan uniforms and black mourning bands. Years later, in 2024, a jury convicted the shooter, Anton Lemon Paris, of first-degree murder with special circumstances for killing Deputy Stasyuk and attempted murder for wounding his partner and the bystander. It was a long, exhausting legal process, one or more layer of emotional weight for Mark's family and his department. But trials don't bring people back. They just put a legal period at the end of a sentence that began in a parking lot outside an auto parts store. In the photos from his memorial, Mark's portrait sits next to the U.S. flag and the California flag, a reminder that service doesn't always look like dramatic SWAT raids or high-speed pursuits. Sometimes it looks like answering a disturbance call in the middle of the afternoon and trying to calm someone down. That day in Rancho Cordova, Mark did what he was trained to do. He showed up. He faced the danger. He stood between a gunman and the rest of the community. Deputy Mark V. Stasyuk, end of watch, September 17, 2018. In June 2019, Sacramento suffered a different kind of heartbreak, one that drew national attention. Officer Tara Christina O'Sullivan was 26 years old, just 6 months into the job as a full-time officer, still in her field training phase. On June 19, 2019, officers were dispatched to a domestic disturbance involving a man and a woman. They first contacted the woman at a residence on Esperanza Drive, then went to a home on Redwood Avenue in North Sacramento to stand by while she retrieved her belongings, something officers do all the time to keep the peace and prevent further violence. Around 6:10 p.m., the quiet shattered. As Tara and several other officers stood by near the house, the suspect, Adele Ramos, opened fire with a rifle. Tara was hit and seriously wounded. Her colleagues immediately tried to reach her, but Ramos continued firing, pinning them down behind cover and forcing them to hold their positions as rounds ripped through the neighborhood. The gunfire went on for a long time, an estimated 44 minutes, before officers could get an armored vehicle close enough to pull Tara out of the line of fire and rush her to the hospital. Despite everything they did, she did not survive. Tara had dreamed of being a police officer. She interned with the Sacramento Police Department, attended the academy, and graduated in December 2018. Her family described her as driven, fearless, and kind, someone who believed in community, in standing up for people who were vulnerable, and in making things better from the inside. In an essay she wrote before joining the department, Tara talked about wanting to serve the city she grew up in and to be part of something bigger than herself. The days after her death were heavy in Sacramento. Vigils, blue ribbons, candles on porches, strangers lining the sidewalks as her procession moved through the city. Her story resonated far beyond California. A young officer, early in her career, ambushed while doing one of the most basic human parts of the job, helping a victim collect her things so she could safely leave. In 2025, a jury recommended the death penalty for Ramos. The court heard how he'd armed himself and waited, how he continued to fire even after Tara was down, making it nearly impossible for rescuers to reach her. That sentencing doesn't erase the loss, but it does mark, in the language of the justice system, what everyone already knew, that this was evil, deliberate, and devastating. Her parents and loved ones continue to keep her memory alive, in scholarships, in stories, and in a community that refuses to let her be reduced to just a victim. She was a daughter. She was a friend. She was an officer standing in the gap between danger and someone trying to leave. Officer Tara Christina O'Sullivan. End of watch, June 19, 2019. In the span of 5 years, Sacramento County lost Deputy Danny Oliver, ambushed in a motel parking lot. Deputy Robert Bobby French, killed near a Ramada Inn while backing up a team under fire. Deputy Mark Stasyuk, gunned down in a Pep Boys parking lot while answering a disturbance call. Officer Tara O'Sullivan, shot during a domestic standby, kept from rescue by sustained gunfire. 4 scenes, 4 dates, 4 lives. Same county, same radios, same community that had to stand on sidewalks again and again, watching motorcades pass and thinking, not again, please, not again. When we talk about line of duty deaths, it can be easy to flatten them into numbers, into headlines, into quick social posts. But these were people who laughed, argued about sports, loved their kids, annoyed their partners, sang along badly to songs in their cars. They had favorite snacks on long shifts. They had inside jokes in the briefing room. They had plans for next week that never came. The through line in all of these stories is simple and heavy. They all showed up. They responded to what looked like routine calls, suspicious car, probation search, disturbance at a business, domestic standby, and they walked into danger so others didn't have to. And Sacramento remembered. Memorial walls, scholarships, moments of silence at roll call. Officers driving past those same streets and thinking every single time, that's where Danny, that's where Bobby, that's where Mark, that's where Tara. If you're listening to this as a first responder or family of one, your service matters. Your sacrifice is seen. And even when the world moves on faster than it should, there are people who will keep saying these names out loud. Let's have a moment of silence for the 4 fallen officers. Deputy Danny P. Oliver, Deputy Robert Bobby Allen French, Deputy Mark B. Stasyuk, Officer Tara Christina O'Sullivan. Four lives, 4 echoes, 1 county that will never be the same and never forget.
Thank you for joining us on 8158 Stories of Sacrifice. Every story we share is a tribute to the courage and resilience of first responders and their families. If this episode impacted, encouraged, or inspired you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with someone who supports first responders. Follow us on all social media platforms at 8158 Podcast for updates. 8158 Stories of Sacrifice is a team effort. Rico brings the stories to life through casting, writing, original music, and editing. Brianne Shipley as production manager, handling booking, social media, graphics, promotion, marketing, website management, and logo design. Please visit our website at 8158podcast.com. For questions, collaborations, or to share your story, our email address is contactus@8158podcast.com. Until next time, let's continue to honor the legacies and remember the sacrifices of those who serve, every brave man and woman on the front lines, protecting and defending us all. This is Rico, signing off and honoring 8158.